Hi everyone, welcome back to another plan with me. I will be recapping the week of November 6th and planning for the week of the 13th. How are you guys doing? How has your week been? This has been quite a week for me. Oh my goodness. Take out my weekly planning task card. I'm loving having them in here. So I think like for the future when I make more tab dividers, I'm definitely going to do this. I really enjoy, although it'd be challenging though when I'm using vellum, but anyways, I love having that. It's just so easy to, I know where my cards are and they're all separated anyways. Okay, so let's take a look at where we're at. Here's my monthly. This was the week of the 6th. So yeah, this was my week. This was my week. We on Friday, we did our sold picture with our client. We sold her house and then we did a sold picture. Gosh, it was so fun. She's so fun, that client. Ended up we chatting for an hour. Every time we're with her, it's just, we have such a great time and we just talk and talk and talk. And yeah, and then her neighbor, a couple of her neighbors were out. It's just such a family-friendly neighborhood. It's great. So anyways, we ended up getting a lead from her neighbor who is not moving yet, but does not have a realtor and likes what we did. So we got her info. And also for her daughter's friend who's looking. So yeah, it was a very good visit. So that's the only thing to add for that week. Everything else was the same. And then for this week, this is my dashboard. I feel like this week was pretty much a write-off. I mean, it was one of those weeks where I felt like I was just coasting through, you know, like I wasn't fully intentional with everything. I wasn't fully, like on top of my game, if that makes sense. I did get my top follow-ups done. And as far as my work routines, I entered my stats today for yesterday. I didn't do any lead generation. I did my follow-up calls twice this week. And then I entered my stats twice, reviewed my goals once. I'm still working on my 2024 goals, but I'm doing my recap. I don't know if I've shown this to you yet. Let me find it here. I think I showed you, but it was before I put it in my planner and before I started writing in it. So I'm started to do my recap for 2023. So this is all recap, my previous reflection, recap of my numbers. I made notes of how I was going to revise this because, and this is why it's taken me so long to open a planner shop, because I want to make sure that they're perfect before that. So what I did was based on my own notes here and based on actually using these, I made some adjustments so that it wasn't so crammed. And I didn't really like the layout. Like I wanted my values and all of the stuff to go after the stats. So that's what I did. So I just readjusted the way that I did that. And yeah, so I like it much better. So I'm continuing with this. Because this is rough, as you can see, and then I'll put it in neatly in the revised one. But yeah, so I'm getting started. I'm not done yet, as you can see, but I want to get all of this done before I put it in on the better copy. So yeah, I'm really liking this. So I've been focusing on that. So there was a day this week that I spent a couple hours on that. So that felt nice. Still not done yet. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so that's, yeah, review my goals. That was, yeah, Wednesday. I spent a couple hours doing that. And then my personal routines, I did my castor oil one time. I didn't do today's Saturday. Usually I film my plan with me's on Sundays, but I've decided I'm going to try doing Saturdays so that I can do my editing, then I can upload early on a Sunday, because I'm finding when I film, edit, and try and upload on a Sunday, sometimes they don't get up until after 9 p.m. And I want to get it up in time for you guys to view it and not have to wait until Monday because, you know, unless you are on YouTube at night. But so yeah, just being more aware of that. So I'm going to do oil pulling today and tomorrow, and maybe I'll do some castor oil tonight. As far as my routines, I fell off the wagon hard this week, you guys. And I got some of my tasks done, and I'm going to have to migrate most of them. Yep, so this did not go according to plan. So here's my week. Here's my Monday. Monday started off really well. I did my calls, my follow-up calls there. I started my day doing some core and some yoga. Like I did some good fitness. It was great. I got some like Instagram for my real estate channel, like some stories done, did my calls, emails, CRM stuff. So I had like a few hours of good, solid, intentional work stuff. Yeah. And then Tuesday, I think I exhausted myself on Monday or something, but Tuesday I just couldn't get it together. I filmed my October recap video. That took a lot out of me, because then it's editing it and like scripting it and all that kind of stuff. I did have a 1-hour Zoom meeting, so that went well. But I think I didn't even write anything in here. I slept in. I couldn't get it together. And then I went to the scrapbook store. Oh, let me show you guys. So in my city, we have a scrapbook store that I've only been to one time before the pandemic. And so I went to Michael's recently to look for scrapbook paper pad for Christmas, but it was like $30 for an entire pack for me to use like 2 sheets. So, and it's not something I'm going to use all year round, right? So I didn't want to spend the money. So I went to the scrapbook store and I'm like, let me see if I can find some individual sheets. And I did. I'm so excited. So I've got 2 here from Simple Stories, and then 1 from this boho Christmas. And I said to the girl when I went, I'm like, I want Christmas, but it has to have pink in it. So she took me to the section that has pink. So they're double-sided, which was important to me, so that I can make 6 dividers out of 3 sheets. Like, isn't this so cute? So I'll make 1 divider out of this side, and because it's double-sided, this will be the back, and then I'll make another one where this is the front and this is the back. Okay, so that's the first sheet. Oh, just so pretty. I just love this. So same idea. So it's this kind of, I don't know, what is that? Like a plaid. And then on the back it's snowflakes. And then this one here. I love that. Fa la 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 la. And then this. So I figured, I'm wondering, yeah, I was thinking 4 squares could be 1 divider, right? I'll just have to trim. Maybe it'll be cut off. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping that, so I'll have to play around with it, but I was hoping that I could get 4 squares on 1 divider, and then this would be the other side. So anyway, stay tuned for that, how I set things up for Christmas. If you want me to film how I make those dividers, let me know. I don't always film how I make my dividers, but if you are interested in that, let me know in the comments below. And I will do that. So yeah, I went to the scrapbook store to see what they had. And they had moved location since the last time I was there as well. So it's good to get reacquainted with the store. And oh my gosh, I went there 20 minutes before closing, so I didn't really have time to take everything in, but I did do a walk through the store to see everything. I'm like, I'm definitely coming back for future projects. I'm so excited that I have a local store that has all things scrapbooking. Yeah, and then prep dinner, and that was me. Like, wow, it was just like I usually only watch 1 show a day with my husband. We watch right now we're watching Peaky Blinders. We're just finished season 4 last night. We're starting season 5 today. So we watch 1 episode and that's it. And then I move on with my night and I, do other things. But I was just like castor oil and journal on the couch. And then I watched another show. And then Wednesday, I had a really low day. Wednesday, I think I did Tuesday as well. It's one of those low days where I was, emotions were all over the place. If you've been through perimenopause, you understand. So it was a lot. But I did start my day with yoga, which was great. Took my daughter to her doctor's appointment. I went to the office to print out my revisions. And then touch base with Ryan. Oh yeah, and we did do some CEO time, which was great. That's when I did work on my inserts, but I worked on my CRM. So we got a big chunk done there. And then that was it. And then Thursday was better. I wasn't as emotional. It was better, but still not motivated to do my calls. So did I even do any work this day? Oh, I did. Yeah, I did here like an hour and a half. And then had a massage. Oh, every time I have a massage, I'm reminded how much I need to have massage more often. Filmed my market minute. Yeah, and then I felt great all night. Yeah, I did my nails. Painted them pink. I did my nails this night and just binge watch my shows. Working Moms on Netflix. Oh my gosh, that show is so funny. And I love that it's filmed in Toronto. So cool. And yeah, watched a lot of TV that night. I haven't done that in a long time. And as far as you can see, tasks, like I got some done, but a lot of them are migrated. Because it's just like, the day before you write down what you want to get done, and then the day happens and you're like, I'm not that person anymore. That's not happening. And then Friday, like I woke up at 8:30 or 8:15 or something, and then I got up and I was like, yeah, no. No. So I went back to bed and then didn't get up until 11. I've been needing like 10 hours sleep these last few nights. Being emotional is exhausting, but also it's like, is my cycle starting? Like, what's going on? Yeah, I finally got some laundry done, and I did a good chunk of calls here. Did 11 contacts, which normally when I'm on the phone that long, I do a lot more contacts, but I had really good conversations. Some conversations lasted 20 minutes. So then we took a sold picture with our client, and then we ran some errands, and then we went on a little date, went out for dinner. It was really nice. Yeah, and then I worked on Canva for a little bit, and then like working on my inserts, and then I made a reel for my real estate channel, and I wrote, why must they take so long? Because it took me like a half an hour to do this reel for like, it's like really quick transitions from a before and after photo of a house that we sold, and it just took forever to time it right with when the beat change it. Like, it's just, my goodness. Why does social media have to do, like, why are we there? I mean, I like watching that stuff, but like, why is that what grabs people's attention? You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of work. Anyways, and then here's today. I've been very productive today as far as like personal things and some work things getting caught up. I had to pick up a welcome sign from a house we sold. I got my client birthday cards done to mail out for this coming week. I had my Blue Mirage vintage Aurora. I sold that. So I went to the post office, got a quote for shipping, and then was conversing with that person. And then I sent that binder, filming my plan with me now. And then I've started to do my darks. They're in the dryer right now for laundry. I still have to do my whites. Had to buy soap. Went to Staples because I'm looking for a Uniball 1 Signo pen that I got at the planner conference a couple years ago, and I've just run out of ink. Staples does not have the Uniball 1 Signo. They have the Uniball, oh gosh, I forget, and they only have black ink, but I want the Signo, and this is like a reddish brown ink. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna have to check on Amazon. So yeah, that's my day. That's my week so far, and that's my day. So first up on the agenda is my week recap, my compass card, and my numbers. So let's see how I did here. I know I didn't do too great. I didn't do my routine. I mean, I kind of did, like one of my routines for morning routine is to start my day with movement, and I did do that a few times, but it's like everything else went out the window. Yoga challenge. My goal, did I write that here? Yoga, yeah. So I did yoga 3 times this week. I didn't get it. My goal was to do, I wanted to start a yoga challenge and do yoga every day, even if it's just 10 minutes. But there were days this week where I could not even do 10 minutes. Okay, so I need to add my stickers. Today's the 11th, so I need to put my sticker here and my sticker here. So yeah, that's not going too well. And then catch up on my journaling. So I did catch up on, oh my gosh, I just noticed I was too close, and I'm so sorry about that with the screen in the right hand side. Camera being over the tripod. Oh, it's so frustrating. Sometimes I don't notice it until I'm done and I'm editing and I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that? So I wanted to get caught up. I was very behind. So I am caught up now for October. So I have a flip of this coming soon. And then for November, here's where I'm at for November. I'm just sort of all over the place. Like today's the 11th, right? So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. I got those 2 days. 5, 6 days. I'm looking forward to my plan for next year to not have it dated so that I don't feel that pressure of having to journal, right? Like I like to be able to go in my journal and recap the last few days, but now it's like I have to back journal and I'm not enjoying that. So I did catch up for October. So now I need to catch up for November. Okay, so CEO time, office time. We did not go to the office this week. I have not booked our business plan meeting yet, and we did do our October recap video. My realtor role, I hit those. I did get those 2 big rocks done. Yeah. Okay, and then my numbers. So my goal was 28 contacts. I did 28 contacts. I was determined because even though, like, I had 2 contacts here, 2 contacts here, and this was just, and 1 there, like, this was just, you know, oh, I have to quickly text that person. I have to call that person. And so I did, but it wasn't like me sitting, going through my CRM and calling person after person. So I was like, I have to get my calls in. So I finished. Usually I don't like to do stuff on a Friday, but I did. I sat down on the Friday yesterday and I was like, I missed 3 days this week. I have to make up. And so I did. So I hit my contact goal. I got 2 leads. Goal is always 5. So I missed that by 3. Didn't book any appointments or hold any appointments or sign any new people on or sell any houses. So, and then as far as my recap here, what worked, I did hit my contact goal. What didn't work is 3 days of no calls because I had low days, like very low energy and just like emotions and moods. And it's all relative. When I look at this, I think, well, I was off track with my routines. I did not go to bed on time. Stayed up late every night, pretty much every night, most nights. And so, yeah, it really affects my moods and my emotions. So I'm glad that I'm journaling about all of this because it's helping me uncover these patterns. Sharpen the saw. This week was a write-off, basically. And then best use of my time, like I did stay up late and I did a lot of social media. So back on track next week, right? Back on track next week. All right, so next up is reviewing my quarterly goals to see where I am at. So we are a week into November now. Let's see how I'm doing. Evening and morning routines on my work days. Well, not off to a great start there. Focus on detox diet. I need to do some more research on that. So I'm going to be migrating that. And when I say detox, I just like, my naturopath thinks I have some inflammation because I've got a lot of joint pain and kind of like puffy, you know, so I want to, she gave me stuff like some remedies, but I want to do some more digging into that. I didn't do any human design this week, although I did listen to a podcast, but I didn't do my course. And then I did start my yoga challenge, but I'm still going to continue with it. I'm not giving up on that. And then my business goals, I am working on my 2024 goal planning. Blog content, Ryan's still working things out with our website, so we will be doing that. We're on track for that. And then finish my inserts. Yes, in personal wide size. So now I'm going through to do half letter, and I'm seeing that a lot of people are in A5. So A5 will be the next size that I do. Create PDFs that we can use for downloads and ads for real estate. And then, yes, we talked about this last night, to do our intro video. So we'll get that done this month. Yep, same with all that. And then team photos, we'll see if we do that. Okay, so that's where I'm at there. The rest and digest. I have to make sure that that's top focus because I kind of got out of the habit on that. Okay, next week's goals. Let's quickly write these in. Okay, so next up is reviewing my rolls and choosing my big rocks and doing my compass cards. So I'm going to reference this one here as well. And then reference here if I need to see if anything triggers me, like that I haven't focused on in a while. Yeah. Okay, so for my sharpen the saw, I have rest and digest daily, focus on my routines, on my work days, and then doing my yoga each day. So just 3, keep it simple. For my CEO team leader role is doing the 2024 goal planning with my team. And then of course, 2023 recap as well. And then my realtor role, focus on appointments and follow my schedule. So not just focusing on getting my contacts, but focus on those quality conversations to book appointments. The other roles that I have in my life, so sister and friend, I am getting together with one of my sisters on Monday. I'm so excited. I haven't seen her since, I think since April when we went to the stationery show in Toronto. Like, that's unacceptable. And we only live an hour away from each other. So we're getting together. We're going to spend the day together on Monday. But then if I had another sister, I need to call her. We played phone tag this week, and then I called her, and we can only talk for 10 minutes because she was in the car going from A to B. So I need to call her this week, and then my dad as well, give him a call. He's doing some renovations on his house. So check in, see how that is going. All right, so that's done. And then my month calendar. Let's see. I don't think I have anything to add. I know I say that a lot, and then what ends up happening is I have to add stuff. So I'm going to open up my laptop here. Yeah, I have to add something. So my place where I go for my chiropractic, massage, physiotherapy, they have a fitness, they call it the Fit Club, a fitness thing. So they are having the month of December can work out for free. And when am I doing that? Tuesday. Can work out for free. And so I'm like, why not? I'm going to have a consultation on Tuesday. I've done this before years and years and years ago before I needed to do all this physiotherapy. So I'm going to have a consultation, and before I was in perimenopause too, with the personal trainer who runs it, just to see, like, would this be good for me? Because I can't do too intensive exercise. So I want to see how much they can personalize it. So that is on Tuesday. And it is called a consultation. A fitness consultation. Okay, so that's Tuesday. That's already in there. That's in there. All right, done. And now, oh yeah, my master task list. Let's see where I'm at with this. Gosh, I need to catch up on my memory planning. It's almost like it's one of those things where I'm so far behind. I'm like, do I even bother? Do I just start fresh in January? Or do I just, I don't know. I'm thinking, because I am taking quite a bit of time off in December, maybe I'll focus on it then. We'll see. We've started tagging our Christmas cards, not quite there yet. Same with our 2024 calendars. that's where I'm at so far. So now what I'm going to do is take out my inserts for next week. And get everything set up. I'm going to put all my appointments in, do my time blocking. I'm going to reference last week's task list to see what is relevant, put that in there, reference my master task list for the month, etc., etc. So I'm going to speed this part up. All right, so here's my weekly dashboard, my weekly tasks, top follow-up. I've got my personal routines and sharpen the saw big rocks in there. This is my week at a glance. So I've got my date with my sister on Monday, so that's sort of, I'm not scheduling anything. I don't know how long yet, like, yeah, it might be the whole day, it might be just a few hours. So meeting at 10 and then we'll go from there. So I don't have anything scheduled. And then basically my morning routine starting on Tuesday. The goal here is to start by 9:30 and then at 10:30 I'm able to do some real estate admin stuff and before I do my calls. So I've got calls in here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because I have a Zoom. It's at 10:30. It's called Realtor Success something or other. So it's through Zoom. Luckily, it's not in person. We'll see how it goes. If it's not beneficial to me based on where I'm at, then I'll just log off. But if it's really good and I'm getting a lot from it and taking notes, then I'll stay on. So then if that's the case, I'll do calls here too. I was just thinking if I do an hour Zoom and then do calls and then go coaching, like that's too many things in a row for me. So we'll see. The calls might happen this day, depending on how that Zoom is. Yeah, and I got my personal appointments in here. And then the goal here is to do, based on me having a light day on these days, is to do goal planning, working on inserts and work on content planning. I potentially could work on content planning here as well. I did write that in here. Just depends on if I do that Zoom or not. And then here are my dailies. As you know, they're nice and lots of white space. Oh, wait, where's next week's goals? Lots of white space because, you know, my week can change. We'll see. Clients, depending on how active they are with looking at houses. We had clients that were quite quiet this past week just because there just wasn't enough that hit the market that suited them. So you never know. My week can change quickly. So lots of white space so that I can adjust based on my client's needs. Okay, so I'm going to put next week's compass card in here. Oh, that's this week's. Where's next week's? Here it is. Next week's. Okay. I'm thinking I'm cutting slits in this because every day, like I'm finding, well, not every day, but like every 2 days when I'm going to the next 2 days, I'm opening my rings. And so the whole point of the compass card, being able to tear that out, is so that I don't have to open my rings so much, right? So I was a little hesitant because I didn't want to break the seal from laminating it. So if you can see that, I'm actually not just cutting once, I'm cutting a second time just to make it a little wider so that it doesn't put so much stress on my rings, because this is laminated. It's not just a thin piece of paper. I don't want to put unnecessary pressure on my rings. Let's see how this, see, by doing that, yeah, I like that. By doing that, then it's not pulling on the rings, where if I only had one teeny tiny slit, then I've had that happen before. So I like that better. Okay, good, good, good. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I'm not sure if I shared this with you. I made this, as you know, I'm just in a phase right now where I just love to make new dashboards and dividers and things like that. So while I was doing that with the Sterling Ink November subscription kit stickers, I made this little vellum to go in between. So if I've freshly written on a page, I just put that there so that it doesn't bleed over onto the next page. I hate when it does that. So this has been a game changer, and when the ink gets on here, it just wipes right off. Like, not a problem. See that? It just wipes right off. So yeah, I'm really enjoying having this in my planner. So I typically keep it on the last page I was working on, and that way, yeah, the ink doesn't bleed through or transfer over onto the next page. All right, guys, that's another plan with me. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, as you know, leave them in the comments or message me on Facebook or, Instagram, wherever you like to message, and I'm happy to answer any questions and help you out. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you like functional planning videos. And for all of those returning, thank you so much for watching and tuning in week after week, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.